All right, let's talk about surviving one of the toughest academic programs out there, the International Baccalaureate. Whether you're just about to dive in or you're already in the thick of it, we're going to break down how you can actually thrive. Let's get into it. Yeah, that quote, it hits home for a lot of people. And let's be real, it's a completely normal way to feel. You're juggling 6 subjects, you've got the extended essay, TOK, CAS. It is a lot. It can honestly feel like you're staring up at a giant mountain with no idea how to start climbing. So that's the million-dollar question, right? The good news is there's a way through it. And it's not about pulling more all-nighters, it's about working smarter. We're going to break it all down into 3 key pillars: your mindset, your systems, and your well-being. Okay, first things first, we have to talk about the foundation for everything else, and that is your mindset. Seriously, before you even think about organizing your notes or planning your schedule, getting your head in the right game is absolutely the most critical first step. You've got to understand that the IB is playing a different kind of game. It is not designed for you to just memorize a bunch of facts and spit them back out on an exam. No, it's built to reward you for thinking, for seeing how an idea in history connects to something you learned in English. The goal here is real, deep understanding, not just cramming. So, how do you actually build that mindset? Well, for starters, please pick subjects you're actually interested in. You're going to be living with them for 2 years, and that little spark of curiosity will make a huge difference. Second, work with your classmates, not against them. Seriously, study groups can unlock ideas you'd never get to on your own. And finally, ask for help. It's not a sign of weakness, it's a sign of strength. Your teachers expect it. Okay, so you've got your head in the right space. Now you need the right tools to get the job done. This is where your systems come in. We're talking about the practical, everyday habits that will keep all that chaos organized and manageable. Now, listen up, because this is super important. Do not sleep on your internal assessments, your IAs. They make up a huge piece of your final grade. We're talking 20 to 30%. If you treat them like some small project you can just knock out at the last minute, you're setting yourself up for a world of pain. So here's the game plan. Treat your IAs like a marathon. Start thinking about ideas from the very beginning. Keep a note on your phone or a little notebook, and whenever a cool question pops into your head during class, just jot it down. If you work on them a little bit at a time, consistently, you will thank yourself later. Trust me. Of course, to do any of this, you need a solid time management system. And honestly, it doesn't really matter which one you pick. Maybe you're a Notion person who loves having everything in one digital space. Maybe a simple Google Calendar is your jam. Or maybe you need a physical paper diary to really focus. The tool itself isn't the magic bullet. The magic is picking one and then actually using it every single day. And here are 2 more pro tips for your system. First, don't treat theory of knowledge like some weird, separate chore. Use it. When TOK makes you question what counts as good evidence, that is a skill you can and should use in your Science IA. It's designed to make you a better thinker everywhere. And second, past papers are pure gold. They are your secret nap to understanding how exams are structured and what the examiners are really looking for. So, we have our mindset locked in. We have our systems ready to go. But what powers the whole engine? Well, that brings us to our last and honestly probably the most important pillar, your well-being. This is the fuel that keeps you going for the entire 2-year journey. Let's just get one thing straight, right here and now. The all-nighter is not a badge of honor. It is pure self-sabotage. Thinking you can trade sleep for a few extra hours of cramming is one of the worst things you can do for your performance. You have to reframe how you think about this. Sleep isn't what you do after you're done studying. Sleep is studying. It's when your brain actually processes and stores everything you just learned. It's when you consolidate memories. Making sleep a priority is making your grades a priority. Simple as that. And this really is the best way to think about it. You just can't sprint for 2 years straight. You'll burn out. The IB is a marathon. You have to find your pace. You have to manage your stress, whether that's through sports or hobbies or just chilling out. And you have to build habits that can actually last you all the way to the finish line. So let's wrap it up. The path to not just surviving, but succeeding in the IB really comes down to these 3 things. A mindset that's all about real understanding and teamwork, solid systems to manage your time and your big projects, and a serious commitment to your own well-being, where sleep and downtime aren't optional extras, they're part of the plan. I'm just going to leave you with one last thing to think about. Yeah, the grades matter. Of course they do. But the IB is designed to be about so much more. It teaches you how to think critically, how to manage a huge workload, and how to keep going when things get tough. So, what if the most important thing you get out of these 2 years isn't your final score, but has everything to do with the person you become along the way?